Hey everyone. So, very tired Philip checking out for the advent of AI day number 5. Now, I've skipped videos for numbers 3, 4, and I'm finally doing 5. I actually did a video for 4, but the sound didn't record, and I wasn't in the mood of recording that over. And I also didn't post a video for Advent Day of number 3 because there was like not that much to show. It would probably be very short, but I also ended up late and I didn't feel like recording, so sorry about that. But Advent Day number 5 was super exciting, and I have to say it was a little bit scary. When I read the assignment for that day, I was like, "Oh my gosh, how the hell am I supposed to do this? I have no information, no experience with any of these." And I guess that's the beauty of it. You jump into something that's unknown and then you realize it wasn't that difficult. It was just this new scary technology that you just didn't have an experience with. So I guess that's my takeaway from day 5. But I've been able to finish that, so let me show you what I did. Actually, let me go through all of these days. So, day number 3, we were testing out MCP UI. We had a hot cocoa championship in a crisis because we had all the data, but it was not possible to show the data. And with the cocoa tournament, there's this big announcement, and you need to have that data displayed. So that was the problem on our imaginary winter festival, and I had to come in and fix that crisis. And the way you fix that crisis is with having this tournament data and displaying them using Goose and using what's called Auto Visualizer. And it's an MCP UI tool that you can use in Goose. I'm not sure which other tools actually have the MCP UI implemented. So Goose might be pretty unique in this, and it's kind of fun. MCPs, they can grab data, they can bring some additional information to the AI, but what they usually cannot do is to render something more complicated than a markdown table, right? But with Auto Visualizer, you can actually get graphs and graphics and all kinds of visual stuff sort of embedded right into your chat. So imagine your chat GPT showing a website or showing a result or some sort of visual information. And that's what Goose is doing. And that's what we were doing with the challenge. And what I did here, I grabbed the data, asked it to ask the auto visualizer to visualize that, and it was kind of nice. So that was challenge number 3. Challenge number 4 was to create a website launch. So this festival where on day 1 we had a fortune teller, on day 2 we had what was that? I forgot. What? Oh yeah, the storyteller booth, and on day 3 we had the Coco tournament. That is this whole imaginary festival, and there should be a website for that. So we were creating a website as a challenge, and that website had to have a teaser for the next year. And what it had to have is probably my favorite part. It had to have some photos. So this is my approach. This is what I did. It had to have a wintry theme, so you can see the snow falling. What I did, I just Googled what's the color palette for something wintry themed, and it gave me a color palette, and I instructed Goose to use that color palette, and then I made the whole website. And my favorite part, I got to create some photos from this festival. And I used Nano Banana Pro using Gemini. You can actually have 6 free images using Nano Banana Pro with Gemini. If you go to gemini.google, I did not know that because I was just using the playground, and that would not allow me to create Nano Banana Pro images at all. So that made me happy, and I created a bunch of fake photos. And AI still does some some hallucinations. So here is the cocoa tasting thing, and this guy does not have his cup in his hand. So yeah, so I just annotated that with a, oh, John just dropped his cup. Oh no. Um, we had this storyteller booth. Kids love the adventure game. No dogs were harmed. If you've been here for day 2, you know what I'm talking about. Uh, and then we have the announcement of the Coco tournament, and I put a little fake annotation. Thanks, Philip. Yay! Thanks me for saving the day. And it's actually the exact graph that I have created in the previous day. And then some other, some people came for a second round of Coco. Here's people rating what's the best Coco, and here's Madame Zelda doing the fortune telling. So lots of fun creating this imaginary world for yourself. There also needs to be a countdown for the next year and an email notification for the for when the tickets go on sale. I was also contemplating of creating Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter social accounts, but I decided not to do that. I think that would be a little bit too much. So for the day number 5, what we had to do, and I already said, it was kind of scary when I read it. It was a homecoming board. Now, I'm not really familiar with the concept of homecoming. I know it's about coming home, but there's this whole thing apparently around this. So I had to do a little bit of Googling of what exactly, like what kind of event that is. And I found out, yeah, it's pretty much gathering of people that are traveling all around the world. They come to one place, have a good time. But what's the twist? So there was this homecoming board where we want to display everyone who's coming, what are the families that are uniting, who are the people that are coming, and like when will they be coming? Because everyone is anxious to meet them, right? And the twist is it's freezing outside. Gloves, mittens, touch screens don't work. So what we had to do for day 5 is to create a gesture page. So you interact not by touching, by clicking, by anything, but by doing a gesture like waving or thumbs up or whatever. And you have the gesture recognition. You need to implement the gesture recognition, and you need to implement a live API for showing the flights. So it's like all of these things connecting, and you need to do that, which normally, I have to say, sounds kind of scary. But the Goose team did a great job of pointing you to the right direction. So MediaPipe, I haven't known about this previously. That's the Google's computer vision library. Basically, it's a module you import. You turn on your camera, you hook it up to your to your camera or like to your website, and you're good to go. It can now recognize some gestures, and it's pretty cool. And then Flight API, we have some suggestions, Aviation Stack or Open Sky Network. I was doing the Aviation Stack because I thought that was kind of fun. So let's take a look at the result. Here's my day 5 submission. What I did, I used the same site, but I just added a new section, homecoming. Oh, and by the way, one of the requirements was that it needs to be responsive, and it is. And as you can tell, I'm really proud of myself here. Anyways, let's take a look at the homecoming. So, what's going on here? Unable to load flight data. Oops, what's going on? So this was the deployed site, so I'm not sure what's going on here, why I'm getting a 404. Let's go, just for the video, let's go for the local version, and I promise I'm going to fix that before I submit this. All right, so now we have our camera, and of course, I've used Nano Banana Pro. I used my 6 submissions today to create 6 photos of this fake people. And normally what you can do, you can go ahead and click and see their flight information, and that will get loaded. Although there should be like this nice little map. Yeah, here we go. I guess it's not there for every flight, but I'm thinking it should be. When I tested that, I had on every card there was this flight, little flight map, and I can see that only some of them have it, which is a bummer. But yeah, as the assignment said, it's, no keyboards allowed. So wait, not no keyboards allowed. That was a different thing. But yeah, we cannot touch anything. We need to implement gestures. So again, the flight aviation info, that is implemented. I did that part. When it comes to gesture, let's go ahead and test it. Start camera. Let me allow that, and that's actually my webcam from the angle you're not supposed to see. But here we go. Now it works. And now if I point to if I do a thumbs up, that will open the card. Here we go. If I do point that way, I guess I need to. Yeah, if I point one way, it's going to move the card. I guess my mic is in the way of this camera. But you can see it's doing its thing. Here we go. Come on, baby. There we go. All right. I need to kind of find a sweet spot for the gesture so that it can recognize that. But you can see it is a little bit wild. You can see as I'm gesturing, all kinds of things are happening. So it's not perfect, but it's getting there. And that's that. I guess it's the fun of it. So anyway, that was my day 5 with it's still going on. I need to stop the camera. It's still going on, and again, it's been fun. And honestly, like overcoming the scary part, that was kind of amazing. I'm actually now stoked that how easy it is to implement something like this. So I'm getting all kinds of ideas with this. Anyways, if you want to join, you can still do that. It's only day 5. You can catch up, and it's been kind of fun. I mean, the first week, I think the team nailed it. So good job there, and join me as well, and join the whole community of AI developers doing their thing. It's been fun. See you in the next one.